Alright, what's good, guys? It's your boy Brad coming at you from the RPO BMX lab here in Pennsylvania, Northeast PA. And I wanted to get a short one out to you this Sunday morning. I believe it is March 16th, if I'm correct. I've been trying to focus on remembering the dates lately and definitely want to get a video out. It's been a minute. And I had this up on the Instagram, got a bunch of compliments on it. One of my favorite bikes, so I did some updates on it, and I'm just going to go over those real quick and kind of tell you what I changed. I did a bike check on this a little while ago. If you want to go through the videos, you'll see where I describe, the birdcage rims, and oh no, I don't describe those because those are new. But I do describe the frame, I guess, geometry, which is pretty basic. 75-degree head tube, 4.5-inch tall. This is the 20.8 top tube with, it has a 9-inch standover, and the chain stay is 13.5 inches. In the middle where it is, I think it is 13.3 slammed. I don't like to slam it. I have it set perfectly, actually. It fits great. I like the dropout. I love when the dropout has just a little extra clearance on it, especially if you're not running pegs. And I don't plan on running pegs with this. This is just kind of a bike to cruise around on. That's just, I don't know, I think it's pretty. But so with that idea in mind, I said in the last video, I'm a big Terminator fan, P2 and all that, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I decided to build it up when I saw the decals because these things are just too sick, and I wanted to go with animal parts. I believe, I've had the Shadow Voltis bars in chrome, and chrome bars were nice. I do like the chrome bars, but man, I just have so many ideas. So this will probably change again, but right now, the way it is to ride, it's just super comfortable. I have some wrist issues, and I switched to handlebars. I am running the Animal Spliff bars. These are 30 inches wide with a 11-degree back sweep and a 5-degree up sweep, which means they come up a little higher on the ends. And I rode these at the dawn of the streets, and I remember, I didn't have any, crazy wrist soreness, which is where I usually get most of my soreness. And then when I saw the specs on it with the 5-degree up sweep, I was like, whoa, it's a pretty high up sweep. Not many bars have it. Most are around 1-degree, 2-degree up sweep. I would say the lower degree up sweep, the more responsive the bar will be. So this 5-degree just kind of makes it a little more comfortable. It says in the description that it's a four-piece bar it's a 2-piece bar with 4-piece specs, but I never seen any 4-piece bars with 5-inch up sweep. But kudos to Animal because I like it anyway. Also, the width, I like 30-inch width, very comfortable. I added brakes. I have on here I also didn't know I forgot they did the PIF bars. And my buddy just got a standard, an old mid-school standard on Marketplace. So that's where they got spliff bars, PIF bars, spliff bars. Makes sense now to me. Put 2 and 2 together. But Clifton grips, I have them trimmed. Not a fan of the flanges. And the kink, I want to say these are the lightest bar ends, but they might be the ideal bar ends. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check. Kink has some pretty many bar ends, but I like these because you can put your grip over top. They don't get scratched as much with that grip over top, and you still have that metal protection. Yeah. Stay strong brake lever. Threw on the brakes. I like the hinged lever, and it has comfortable grip to it. I'm not going to do anything nuts with the brakes. I just wanted people to be able to ride this, and not everyone's comfortable riding brakeless, so I decided to put some brakes on it. I know also I can use steel wool to clean the chrome wheels if they get brake rub, and because I won't use the brakes just so I don't get the brake rub on the wheels, but I do want people to ride it, and I'm sure they're going to want to touch the brakes. So, bikes are meant to be ridden. Bottom line. I threw on the Animal jump-off stem, front loader in red. I think I have one of these left in the shop too, if anyone's interested. Let me know. Hit me up. I'll send it to you. Not for free. and we have the bottom feeder forks were on there, but I added the Primo headset. I tried a few different ones because I used to have the red animal one on. However, when this animal stem decided to go on, I wasn't sure how I wanted to do this, but I like the look of the chrome connecting with the color being of the forks being the same as the top cap. Kind of looks like it connects a little bit. And then I threw a bit of color in because the top cap of the forks is black. And in between here, I'll show you guys up close when I do a quick once over after the video. I have a Versus Me by RPO BMX spacer in there in gold, and that spacer acts kind of as a washer against the stem, so the top cap and the stem don't get rubbed too much. That's right. Let's see, what else did I add? Had the BPE pedals on. The wheels, correct. Brakes. I wish these had chainstay brakes down here, but it doesn't. However, they do give you the optional brakes mounts, and I put these on the other day. These are the claw brakes. They're tough to see. They're the United brakes. They've been in the shop a while. I recommend you get a pair, but they're very low profile brakes and they're very difficult to install, so I would recommend having a mechanic install them. They're a little bit different. They don't have the same NARPs or they're just different. What I like about them is that they're so low profile here that they look cool. Slimmer brakes look cool, they're just not as strong, but these are very light, and they also have red and black pads, which matches this very well. And this isn't anything special, the cable, basic cable. Get it? Basic cable. Cable hangers, normal, came with the brakes. Brakes are CNC'd. No. Are they cold forged? I believe the brakes are cold forged. I'm going to find out about that. I'm sorry. Should have known that. But strong brake arms, just difficult. I also changed the tires to the Animal GLH tires because with brakes like these, sometimes you need to run a more narrow tire. This seat stay back here bridge is not as wide as most, so these brakes were a pain in the ass to put on and adjust perfectly so that when the tension pulls, there's enough space between the brake arms and the tire. What tire did I have on here? I want to say I had the Primo V Monsters with that hot red, black and red Primo hot stamp on it, and they looked awesome, but they're super fat tires, and when I threw the V Monsters on, they ended up just not looking, no, they looked great, but they didn't fit with the brakes. These fit with the brakes, and these have some color to them that matches the bike here with the GLH hot stamp. And some billet, these nuts, bolts. And I'm going to say, aside from that, the wheels, guys, I added a set of the chrome birdcage wheels. I just think the chrome looks really good with this. Lightweight. The birdcage is G Sports lighter weight rims. I have a set profile mini hubs. Shout out to my boy Cade, who hooked me up with these wheels. I want to say a while ago. I just don't use them that often, and I threw them on here, and they look great. They sound great. Just had them. The springs kind of flipped. You can flip the springs inside the hub, change it, because over time they get a little worn down. They don't have as much, pop to them, and they don't sound as good, but these sound great. I think they sound awesome. All right, so profile mini hubs. Versus Me here. I used to have the Versus Me cones on the front and back. However, they were a little heavy. I changed them up, put the profile ones back on, changed some colors. But that's about it, guys. I'm going to give you an up close. I'm going to go over... I already went over the parts. It's just in another video. But I'll tell you, I have the Animal Akimbo cranks at 165 millimeter. These are the Animal BPE pedals. These are discontinued. The Animal akimbo cranks have a 22mm spindle. This is the 28 tooth Animal M5 sprocket. Right now I believe Animal only has them in polished, but get on these, man. These things are dope. And I got one in black. Ryan Howard helped hook it up, so shout out Ryan Howard. And just one of my favorite regular sprockets. You'll get to see these stickers. I had a question for you guys. Found this guy, Vision Streetwear, and they were talking about one of these things on Powers, and I was thinking it matched this pretty well to go right in this area. So let me know what you think. The only sticker is because this thing is very heavily decaled. I didn't want to add too many, so I just threw on an Animal scavenger head there. And flip this sucker, because this side has the Bone Death, another Bone Death sticker there. This is Colt Fake's signature frame. I didn't tell. I added my Larry the Cable Guide. So Larry the Cable Guide right here, if you guys were wondering, a friend of mine, shout out Jay, I talked about him in another video, makes these little cable guides. They work only with gyro tabs, with a bike that has gyro tabs, unless you're willing to drill and tap your head tube. But this is what it looks like with a brake cable. I'm not doing bar spins or anything, so I just want the perfect amount. Have it in here. You can put the cable, run it on that side. You can also run it on this side. So however you want to do it. But this is one of the original prototypes. Threw it on and looks great. It's made of pewter. So pewter's a softer metal. And the cable, it's in there tight, but it isn't cracking and it's not adjusting at all. So, alright guys, hope you check this one out. It's late Saturday night. Pardon my attire, I couldn't help work on my bike, so I was out and I feel like I have grease all over this stuff. So anyways, yeah, and if you wonder what's around the hubs here, I just throw a piece of Velcro like that you wrap your brake cable with on there and I call them hub dusters because they automatically dust your hubs. And a couple shout outs. I'm going to give a shout out to my boy Brandon B, who's in Wisconsin now. And this dude, yeah, he goes all over the place, man. I was going to try to make a joke as to why, but shout out to Brandon. Brandon picked up this E-Claw seat post, which is the Torch seat post, very much like the Odyssey Corvette seat post. However, I threw on one of the adapters for a pivotal to work as a railed or a pivotal on the top. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool seat post. It's kind of like a laid-back seat post without that ugly-looking layback to it. I mean, I don't mind the layback, but it makes me think mid-school immediately. And a set of Liberty bars are heading to New England to my boy Victor. And these are 9.5 rise. Sending those up there. 95 for the Liberty bars. Throwing in a free pair of grips with them. And I do have one pair of lift bars left, guys. This is it. I don't know if Animal's going to be making these anymore. So I do have this for sale. And I do pretty much exact shipping. Sometimes I have specials right now. I'll get those to you for under $100. And I don't think you'll find that anywhere else. Other than that, yeah. I don't care if you subscribe. I don't care if you hit any buttons. If you like bikes, you can keep watching. I'm going to give you guys some up closes. Here we go. Thanks for supporting the shop. And any questions, comments, any ideas, let me know about that Vision Streetwear sticker if I need another one. Here's your kink bar ends. See how they kind of come from that point. These are the bottom feeders. I changed the bolts here. Sold, I think, the last bottom feeders recently. Profile minis. I am not a fan of the G Sport lettering, so I take that off. There's a Primo headset. one from me, guys.